Russo coming up next. Thank God I'm late as it is. Jesus. Oh, the door is open. Thank God I'm late. What the hell is this? He's never here. She's American. Where is my picture? I do this every Wednesday. Oh, my God. They put me in this stupid huge studio. What a waste of time. You're going to fall here. They got me in a new studio. Where is my old studio? This is Chris Rue. This is Mad Dog. This is Mad About. Oh, my God. It's tight. It's antiseptic. I hate the chairs. Oh, thank God! Now we have it. Oh, thank God! They finally woke up. They got the right guy there. I don't look good, but they got the right guy there, for crying out loud. It's about time. The show, finally, on a Wednesday in July, can begin.
Well, look at that. It is, in fact, a Mad Dog Wednesday this morning on First Take. I'm Monica McNutt. I'm in for Molly. I'm with my friend, Courtney Cronin. She's here. And the guy for
I don't look 100 years old. You were nice. You said I look good coming in.
I think it's a good picture. Oh, you look good, though. You look like you got a nice tan.
Nice tan. Good to have you, Courtney. Long time no speak.
I'm so excited.
We'll talk Mike Brown all day today.
I don't know if that's on the docket today, but we can get into it. I've seen you in better photos, but in person, you look fantastic.
I didn't wear a tie today, summertime. So
we've got the summertime.
Yeah, we got the colors. You good? You good?
I'm ready to go. Good. You in a different location. I can't fight you off as much today.
Listen,
I got to be nice to you.
And every time I borrow this seat, I have more and more growing respect for Molly. She's terrific. But let's go ahead and get to the conversation. We got Damian Woody here as well. I'm going to start in the MLB, guys. The MLB had an all-star game for the ages last night. The NL got off to a hot start, pulling ahead 6-0, but the AL stormed back to tie it in the ninth, sending the game to the first ever swing-off. Kyle Schwarber came up clutch, hitting 3 straight home runs to win it for the NL and securing the All-Star Game MVP. Don't be mad off your vacation, doggy. How much did you love the All-Star Game?
No, I'm going to have to start us off here. Can I say 4 or 5 things that are negative to get us going? Because it's fun. It's and you're going to go, and everybody's going to be so complimentary. First off, didn't we see this swing off the day before in the Home Run Derby?
Yeah, and it was incredible.
So I got to see it again? Mm-hmm. I already saw it. I got to see it again. So, in other words, we're going to decide an all-star game by swing on. This is an all-star game. Ted Williams in his grave would say, what is going on here? How about DiMaggio? How about Ruth, who played in the first one in 33? Play the game out, for crying out loud. That's the first thing I didn't like.
Okay.
That's the first. And secondly, where's Judge and Ohtani with the swing-off? They're the two big, they out of the ballpark because they didn't start? They're the 2 biggest stars in the game. How are they not involved in the swing-off after the 9th inning? Judge, who's the greatest home run hitter we got in the American League. Ohtani is fun to watch in the National League, and both of them are not participating in the swing-off. We got the Marlins spare outfielder. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's number 1. Number 2, we made a big deal about the Milwaukee pitcher being in the All-Star game, which he shouldn't have been in because he only had the 5 starts, 25 innings. He pitches the 8th inning. He was not Mariano Rivera, okay? Number 1, everybody raving about his 102-mile-an-hour fastball. Everybody throws 102 miles an hour. Number 2, he gave up rockets in this game. Arizamino, the kid from the Mariners, almost hit the ball out of left center field, and then Tatis almost had his head cut off on a shot to right, so we can take it easy with him. That's number 2. Number 3, listen, I love Henry Aaron. I've had him on a million times. I love Henry Aaron, and I love what they did. Where's Kirk Gowdy when they did the thing in the bottom of the 6th inning? He called the game on NBC in 1974. You were not alive. You were not alive. I was 30. I remember it. He called the game. They used Scully, who did the radio call. Milo Hamilton, I don't have a problem with the Braves. Where's Kurt? Kurt was one of the great broadcasters of all time, and they never used his voice in that bottom of the 6th inning. I did not understand that. And the other thing, and this is going to get people mad, I don't care. I'm going to have some fun with it. Can we stop with the Kershaw love?
But it's like he's trying to run a one-man band out there. Behind his seat, and he's coming. This is a make-or-break season for him. He's got to make an impact. Good morning. morning, good morning, good morning to all you beautiful people out there across YouTube. We got a lot to talk about today. I'm sure you guys have seen the thumbnail. Holy shit, Teddy Bridgewater was suspended for helping his freaking players and the expenses of what they got. We're going to pull it up on the screen right now. People that are watching right now across the lands, I see you guys all coming in here. If you're here for the first time, we appreciate you here before. We know we love having you here. It's July 16th, heading through the week already, and the month is going crazy. Everybody in the building right now, welcome back to the Brandon Mason Show. I see those names coming in. Christina's in the building. Lala's in the building. Big time. Jeff Lee, Tracy, how you feeling this morning? Let me scroll up, see who else is in here right now. People that are coming in right now. Amani, how are you? Our beautiful moderators come. Pitbull, Mama, how are you doing? People coming to the chat. Jeff Lee, we got a lot to talk about. I'm going to ask you these questions as people coming to the chat right now. If you didn't see it yet, okay, Teddy Bridgewater was suspended, okay, for helping his players. He's a high school coach out there, coaching out there in Miami, Northwestern, whatever the hell it is. I'm going to bring it up on the topic here of conversation with pictures, videos, conversation, celebrities, NFL players talking about it this morning. People are up in arms. Some people are like, yeah, it wasn't fair because he was helping the team out. Other people are like, you know what? He was doing his best to do that. Let me get to it right now. Let's take a look at this. If you haven't seen Teddy Bridgewater, obviously former player, went to the NFL, was great in college, and now that Teddy Bridgewater is coaching a high school football team. I got the news. I'm going to read you the clips in just a second. But let's take a look at what some people are saying right now.
Suspending Teddy Bridgewater doesn't feel like justice. Stay with me. Teddy Bridgewater just got suspended as the head coach of Miami Northwestern High School because he was providing Uber rides, meals, and also recovery services for his high school players out of his own pockets last year. He got suspended for taking care of his players when they were in need, for teaching them how to take care of their bodies, and giving them the necessities that they need to go chase a brighter future. Not for cheating by stealing signs, not for stealing from the school or the players, but just for caring. He gave them the tools to chase a brighter future, and he's getting punished for it. Teddy Bridgewater is exactly the type of coach we all needed growing up when we were chasing our dreams. One who is selfless, not selfish, and willing to dig into his own pockets to make sure that we have an opportunity to go out and be our best selves. Rules are rules, but sometimes rules are dumb. Suspending Teddy Bridgewater isn't justice. It's punishing love.
I want you guys to understand what's going on. If you're just joining us right now, you don't know what's going on. Shout out to the 40 people in the chat. We just started our live stream right now. Listen, people. Teddy Bridgewater has been suspended, and I'll read it to you, for going out there and paying for things. I got the clip. Listen, when I pull this up, if you're on your phone right now watching live, smack that like button right now. I want to show you what exactly he was suspended for, and I'm going to read to you the things that he did that people are like, I don't understand this, okay? Listen, last year it says the most recent event we have coming up is training camp, where we sleep in schools' basketball gyms. Last year, it said it costed me $14,000 to conduct 4 nights, 3 hot meals a day into these local Black-owned communities. And Teddy Bridgewater funded that out of his pocket. I want you guys to know that. Teddy Bridgewater funded this out of his pocket, and people are like, wait a second. Wouldn't that be considered helping these kids play football, getting them set up, helping them get what they need to get? And we'll watch this clip again. I'm just saying, if you just joined in right now, you're hearing it firsthand. I got celebrities, former NFL players, RG3. We're going to get to some more in a second, but let's take a look at this clip. This is something you guys need to see.
Teddy Bridgewater just got suspended for the dumbest reason ever. So everyone remembers Teddy, right? NFL quarterback, played for like 55 different teams. Well, a few years ago, Teddy retired and decided he's going to become a high school football coach for Miami Northwestern. The year before Teddy becomes coach, they go 4-6. The next year, when Teddy is the coach, they win a state championship. But it was just announced about an hour ago that Teddy has been suspended for giving impermissible benefits to players. Now, when you think of impermissible benefits, you're probably like, oh, Teddy's giving them a bunch of gifts and prizes and trying to recruit a little bit more, right? Not even close. We've come to find out that Teddy has spent over $200,000 on his team and his players just to make them better. He spent $14,000 on the entire team last year to bring them to a camp. $9,500 on pride sets, which I'm assuming are just like team gear. $300 a week to keep the field painted. $1,300 a week to have recovery trucks come service the players before games. $2,200 to feed the team before every game. And he spends $700 a week on Ubers for all of his players. The whole thesis behind him getting suspended was to keep the amateurism of high school sports. But personally, I think it's complete bullshit. He's not bringing players to clubs or giving them $200 for every touchdown. He was giving them necessities that the team needs to compete and be a team. And honestly, it's just complete bullshit that Teddy is getting punished for helping underprivileged kids because he can. And I already know this is going to spark so many debates about NIL in sports. Sure, it's technically against the rules, but it's still bullshit. This does nothing but prove that Teddy Bridgewater is an all-time awesome dude.
So I was taking a look at my phone and I was watching this whole situation and I'm like, wait a second. Teddy Bridgewater is doing the things that a lot of players wish that their coaches could do, not would do, but actually could do. A lot of people out there are like, holy shit, Teddy Bridgewater spent $200,000 helping his team do things. I'm taking a look at it, and it says last year cost $9,500 for pride sets. That's like gear and things like that. $300 a week to keep the field painted. Teddy Bridgewater spent $300 to keep the field lines painted. When you go to a football game, you see the lines, the 10, the 20, the 30, the 40, whatever. You're seeing that. The logo on the field. $300 a week to do that. Also spent $1,300 a week to have recovery trucks come service the players the day before games. So these people came before games to get his team ready, get them all that. Now, if they were giving him enhancement drugs or something crazy, steroids and all that, obviously that would be illegal in some sort of way. And we understand that. But then it says on here, during the games each week, it costed him $2,200 to feed the team pregame meal. So he also spent $2,200 a week. What I'm saying is this, it starts to get a little crazy. I'm not denying the fact that he did great things, but now all of a sudden, then he spent $700 on Uber fares each week. Now, do you understand what I'm saying right now? These aren't like yearly prices. These are weekly and monthly prices. And I'm just saying, when you take a look at that, a lot of shit's going on. Let's get what Pat McAfee had to say. Take a look.
The Bridgewater situation is really interesting. Now there's different numbers coming out. The amount of money that he spent on his players, rehabilitation, Uber, food. That is the narrative that is from the Teddy Bridgewater camp, because he's been suspended for a year from a league, I guess, that he no longer coaches. His statement's like, I can't be suspended for something I'm not coaching, because he's now back with the Lions or whatever. He won state championship as a high school state coach. Dominant. I assume we all think that the suspension looming was the reason why he left and went to the Detroit Lions maybe, or who knows what was going to happen. Nonetheless, interesting thing to do to a coach in the modern world that we're in, especially with the way the NIL is. I assume the other people are saying he wasn't paying for our Ubers, he was buying cars and all this stuff. It's like, I don't know if that's against the rules. I don't fully comprehend why this would happen. This feels like one of those NCAA things back in the day, not now. NCAA, you guys have changed, and you guys care about things that matter, and you guys invest resources in things that are going to make the lives of student human athletes better. But back in the day, the NCAA just used to investigate the most dumb things. From what I've read about this situation, this feels very stupid, and this feels like they were trying to get Teddy Bridgewater the hell out of the league. Teddy B, we appreciate you.
What I'm saying is, and I get it, playing football back in the day, we had a lot of friends on my team. I was fortunate. My mom could take me to practice. Sometimes she said, you need to walk home. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes she said, I'll pick you up. And sometimes it was like, it's raining out. Can you get me? No, I'm not going to get you today. It's part of life. But Teddy Bridgewater invested in Uber rides to make sure that his players can get to practice. His players can get to games. And I think if it was, hey, Teddy Bridgewater spent $1,000 last year, people would say, oh, you know, he spent a little bit of money. But when I read this and I go through the list that I just pulled up for you, and I'll read it again, people joining us right now, 14,000, hold on a second. Let me pull this up. Let me get to this screen. This might look a little bit better. People understanding who we're talking about. Teddy B here. It says, again, 14,000 to conduct camp, which is 4 nights, 3 hot meals a day from local black-owned restaurants and snack on some of those during the day for those kids that they couldn't even get there. So we had to pay for the Uber fees, which is $700, $9,500 to purchase pride sets for gear, $300 per week to paint the fields. If you're watching live right now and you're coming into the freaking building, we're talking about Teddy B. We're talking about the fact that he's going out on a limb to take care of his players that are in high school. You guys understand that right now? In the chat right now, everybody put Teddy Bridgewater in the chat. If you know how to spell, damn it, definitely drop 100 in there right now. Over 100 people. We're going to get ready to rise up. If you're watching live right now, put Teddy Bridgewater in the chat. Put Teddy in the chat. Put NFL, put high school football, put whatever you got to put right now. Christina's definitely excited about it, talking about Detroit Lions. People in the building. JM said they are just mad that he did it out in the open. That's what I'm saying. He spent his own money. He didn't go out there and say, you know what? I'm going to go out there and spend a whole bunch of money on illegal shit. He went out there and took care of players that literally didn't even have the opportunity. They were like 4-6 the year before. You guys get what I'm saying? Teddy Bridgewater's high school football team, was 4-6 the year before. Into this season, Teddy Bridgewater gets out there and they win a freaking 6A state championship. Do you know how difficult it is in the state of Florida to win a state championship? These teams are unbelievable. These players are unbelievable. All different, walks of life. Former guys that played in the NFL have kids, and those kids growing up, they show up. Some of them are amazing talent, but some of them don't have the funds and financials to get what they got to get. So Teddy B said, I'm going to make sure that they have a ride, and spent $700 a week, okay? $2,800 a month to get his freaking players to practice, to get his players in order to get over there and get to the games. Recoveries. And I'm going to show these clips again. People are like, wait, what the hell's going on? I'm going to show these clips again. I want you guys to get the full effect. If you didn't see the Pat McAfee one, we'll show that in just a second. But these 3 clips stood out to me. Let's watch these again.
Hey, suspending Teddy Bridgewater doesn't feel like justice. Stay with me. Teddy Bridgewater just got suspended as the head coach of Miami Northwestern High School because he was providing Uber rides, meals, and also recovery services for his high school players out of his own pockets last year. He got suspended for taking care of his players when they were in need, for teaching them how to take care of their bodies, and giving them the necessities that they need to go chase a brighter future. Not for cheating by stealing signs, not for stealing from the school or the players, but just for caring. He gave them the tools to chase a brighter future, and he's getting punished for it. Teddy Bridgewater is exactly the type of coach we all needed growing up when we were chasing our dreams. One who is selfless, not selfish, and willing to dig into his own pockets to make sure that we have an opportunity to go out and be our best selves. Rules are rules, but sometimes rules are dumb. Suspending Teddy Bridgewater isn't justice. It's punishing love, leadership, and sacrifice.
Now, some of this is like people are like, oh, that comes from jealousy. Like, would you say that people are jealous because their coaches, like, if you play for another team down the road and you're showing up, you're like, wait a second, we don't got this shit. And then now they're beating the hell out of you now, and you're like, wait, we beat them last year. They got new players. They got new gear. They got recovery systems. They got Uber rides. They got meal prep. I get it. You could be upset about it, right? Like, it makes sense in theory. That makes sense to me because the coaches can be like, this is unfair. We can't provide this to these players. It's unfair. I get that. But how do you suspend someone who's paying out of their own pocket, though? Because then it's like, is there a limitation? What if he would have spent $100 last year? Is that a problem? Is it the amount of money he's spending? Is it the fact that he's spending at all? And that's what I'm saying. If you're in the chat right now, live in the building, drop what state you're based in right now in the building. How you feeling, Bakri? If you're here for the first time, JJ in the building, Amani, Tracy, Jeff Lee, if you're here for the first time, let us know. And where you are right now, drop it in the freaking chat right now. Where the hell are you based? Now I'm going to put mine in here in Miami. Freaking Florida is where we're based. Let me tell you something. Our new studio, August 1st, is opening up. We are launching live right here. And Teddy B said, look, I'm out here trying to win state championships. My freaking team can't even make it to practice. And that's where the issue was. He's like, yo, I can't even get my players to show up because they don't have the funds. Some of them are getting out of school. They got after school activities, trying to make grades. And then they show up, they don't have any money. Then they have terrible uniforms. Then so I'm reading this stuff, people that are just joining us right now. I am so in favor of someone like Teddy Bridgewater getting out there and showing love to an area where he went to school locally from South Florida, developed an amazing opportunity, went and played college football, went to the NFL, played on several teams. He's done a great job. To come back and give back to these kids is like, what an amazing thing. The shitty part is he does that instead of getting a slap on the wrist and saying, look, let's have a meeting on this. They just suspend them. Like, why couldn't they come to the table and say, look, Teddy, we appreciate you, But if you're going to give that, then you need to give XYZ to the local community or whatever even though they shouldn't have to do that. But if they did, if you said, look, if you're going to give $1,000 a week, you got to give XYZ to the local schools in there because there's some kind of opportunity that's not fair for these players to be winning, or maybe it's just not fair for the local community, the demographic. Maybe that's what they're trying to get at. And I'll give you that. But at the end of the day, to say, Teddy B, you're suspended, you're gone, and it's like, for what? Well, because you're suspended because you helped those kids. You're suspended because you helped put lines on the field that they didn't have every week. You're suspended because you gave them uniforms that they didn't have. You're suspended because you provided recovery, stuff to help them recover faster so that way they can do better. You're suspended because for camp, instead of them laying on a hard floor or laying at their house where they might not show up or they got issues at home, possibly in some of these areas, you provided a place for them to go and eat warm meals. I'm just saying, I kind of think Teddy B was a hero. I'm just like, when I look at the situation, Teddy B was a hero. Let's take a look again. If you didn't see this clip, Pat McAfee got in there. I love what he's got to say about this. Let's take a look.
The Bridgewater situation is really interesting. Now there's different numbers coming out. The amount of money that he spent on his players, rehabilitation, Uber, food. That is the narrative that is from the Teddy Bridgewater camp, because he's been suspended for a year from a league, I guess, that he no longer coaches. His statement's like, I can't be suspended for something I'm not coaching, because he's now back with the Lions or whatever. He won state championship as a high school state coach. Dominant. I assume we all think that the suspension looming was the reason why he left and went to the Detroit Lions maybe, or who knows what was going to happen. Nonetheless, interesting thing to do to a coach in the modern world that we're in, especially with the way the NIL is. I assume the other people are saying he wasn't paying for our Ubers, he was buying cars and all this stuff. It's like, I don't know if that's against the rules. I don't fully comprehend why this would happen. This feels like one of those NCAA things back in the day. Not now, NCAA. You guys have changed and you guys care about things that matter. And you guys invest resources in things that are going to make the lives of student human athletes better. But back in the day, the NCAA just used to investigate the most dumb things. From what I've read about this situation, this feels very stupid, and this feels like they were trying to get Teddy Bridgewater the hell out of the league. Teddy B, we appreciate you looking out for your players, man.
Look, I'm literally sitting here going, dude, the guy got suspended. Not, hey, slap on the wrist. Suspended for helping his team be more successful, get off the streets, get to practice, leave school, do what he's got to do. Shout out to the 250 people in the freaking building.
Make some noise!
If you're watching live right now and you want to make some money right now, double tap your screen. This is part of the show. Double tap your screen right now. If we get to 100 likes in the next 1 minute, I'll give a lucky person $200 right now. If you're watching live on the screen and you got my face pulled up on your damn phone right now and I look like this on your phone, make sure you double tap your screen. Boom, boom, boom. And if you're on your freaking device where you are actually on an Android, I think you got to hit the 3 dots and do whatever. But I'll give you guys a chance right now. If we get to 100 likes, you guys got 30 seconds. Everyone watching, just double tap your screen. If we get to 100 likes right now, I'll give a lucky one of you right now $200. Double that right now. You guys got 20 seconds. It's really freaking easy to do if you're watching live in the building. How I feel about Teddy B and my problem that I have, okay, and I'm showing these clips here and there, is because in order to get people to show up to be a coach of an organization, to be a coach of a high school team, you're not getting paid shit for the most part. You got to work every day. You got to usually be a teacher in most states. And I believe all of them, most of them. I think Georgia, where I had a home at. My wife's from Georgia, lived in Georgia. There was some coaches out there making $100,000 a year. Very, very, very rare, right? I went to a big high school. We had a great time playing sports. But guess what? Our coaches got paid like $50,000 a year. And it was because they were teaching, and they got paid like $10,000 or $5,000 additionally to coach. It's not a lot of money. For Teddy B to show up and give his undivided attention, show up to a local location where he grew up, was born and raised, to give a bunch of money. If you guys are with me in the chat, if you guys are watching live right now in the building and you are a subscriber, put a Y in the chat right now if you are a subscriber. If you are a subscriber in the chat right now, put a Y right now in the building. I want to make sure that you are a subscriber of the show and smack that like button right now.
Make some noise!
With 200 people in the building right now watching live around the freaking world. I hope you guys are enjoying what we're talking about today because football is back. The NFL is back. College football is back. High school football is back. And Teddy B said, we're bringing my team back to win another 6A championship. And he got freaking suspended. I'm looking at the whole situation going, who on earth in the chat right now, you guys know what I'm talking about, do you know how difficult it is to get someone who is energetic, someone who's excited, someone who wants to be there for your organization, someone who's like, you know what? I'm going to be there like Teddy B and show up on a daily basis and make sure that these players have what they have. To spend $300 a week to paint the field. You get what I'm saying? $1,200 a month I didn't realize you got to paint shit every single week. I mean, goddamn, how many people are scraping lines out here? But $300 a week. But if you add it up, $1,200, I was calculating going down the holy shit. What is it, per freaking line? Damn, like you're paying this shit every week. And I'm like, well, end of the day, some people agree with it. If you think Teddy B should be suspended for it, put suspended in the chat. If you think he's a great guy, in the chat, then put great guy in the freaking chat. Like, is the guy a hero? Put hero in the chat. Or in the chat, put, he should be suspended. Put hero or put suspended. I want to see how you guys feel because he's showing up, taking care of these damn kids, right? Right? And then other people are like, wait, the coach didn't show up at practice today. The coach isn't here. The coach got regular life problems. The coach has to go home. Coach has family, kids. He's got his own freaking issues at home. People are like, holy shit. To get this man to be there on any given day is like, wow. And then to give the amount of money, $9,500. Hold on a second. If you're watching live in the damn building right now, we got 46 likes, over 200 people in the chat right now. Hold on a second. If you're sitting back and you're stressed out, sit back and do what?
Smoke weed every day.
Just saying, if you're stressed out right now, you might got to do that. I'm just saying, if you're watching live in the building right now and you are enjoying the show and you're part of the show, hit that freaking like button right now. Double tap your screens. I'll give you guys one more chance today to make some money right now. Over 200 people in the chat right now. We got 46 likes. If you guys want to make some money, all you got to do is double tap your screen. If we get to 100 likes in the next 30 seconds, I'll give a lucky one of you guys $100 right now in the chat. Look, I'm trying to pull Teddy B out here. 1/150th of a Teddy B out here, trying to give some money on the building. If you're watching live as we get ready to hit 300 people in the chat.
Smoke weed every day.
Just saying, if you're in the building right now. Jamal Weeks, how you feeling? Mel Dub in the building. Gayward Smith, Jeff Lee Gibson, Mr. Manu in the chat. I see your names coming in the building right now. Tell them, Lisa, say hit that damn like button, trying to get this money out here today as we get ready, just so you guys know you're watching. If it's your first time joining our show right now, make sure you hit that freaking like button and you subscribe to the channel. We're live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 11. And we got a lot of shit going on. Our new studio opens up on August 1st, and we're going to have guests on the panel with me. We're going to have guests in the studio sitting in those high back chairs, bunch of cameras around, cameras moving. It's going to be a lot of shit going on. So if you're watching live in the building, let me tell you something. I greatly appreciate you. If you're in here hanging out with us, there is so much shit going on. Let me take a look right now what you guys are saying in the chat right now. First off, if you're watching live, type a random person's name in the chat right now. If you are watching live in the building right now, type a random person's name in the chat right now. And you know what I'm going to do? Holy shit, people. I'm looking at the damn screen right here. I don't even think you guys can even see Teddy B's name on the damn screen that well because his name has 75,000 characters. Let me slide his ass over. Hold on a second. There we go, Teddy B. Let me get your ass on the screen so people can actually see your freaking name. No, here we go. Slide you over there, Teddy B. Is that better? Let me see. Is that better? I don't freaking know. Let me see. Let me refresh the screen. Can you guys at least see Teddy B's name? Got 75,000 characters. There we go. Teddy B's on the screen now. People watching live in the building. If someone put your name in there, make sure you drop it in there. And someone just said in the chat, Blaze Holiday said, haha, they fired Teddy, but protect Epstein. They're protecting the Epstein list. Hey, listen, free my boy Teddy in the chat right now. If you think he should be suspended, put suspended. And if you think Teddy B should get out, put free Teddy. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the free Teddies in the chat right now. If you want Teddy B to get out, we greatly appreciate you. How's everybody doing in the chat? Football is back. Let me see it. Free Teddy in the chat right now, or put suspended. I'm trying to see how you guys are feeling. Shout out to the 250 people in the chat. I was talking about Teddy B. Let me get back to that now. This clip here, this guy went off. I only played this once. Let's show this one again. This guy went off. He was like, what the hell's going on with this shit?
Bridgewater just got suspended for the dumbest reason ever. So everyone remembers Teddy, right? NFL quarterback, played for like 55 different teams. Well, a few years ago, Teddy retired and decided he's going to become a high school football coach for Miami Northwestern. The year before Teddy becomes coach, they go 4-6. The next year, when Teddy is the coach, they win a state championship. But it was just announced about an hour ago that Teddy has been suspended for giving impermissible benefits to players. Now, when you think of impermissible benefits, you're probably like, oh, Teddy's giving them a bunch of gifts and prizes and trying to recruit a little bit more, right? Not even close. We've come to find out that Teddy has spent over 200 grand on his team and his players just to make them better. He spent 14 grand on the entire team last year to bring them to a camp. $9,500 on pride sets, which I'm assuming are just like team gear. $300 a week to keep the field painted. $1,300 a week to have recovery trucks come service the players before games. $2,200 to feed the team before every game. And he spends $700 a week on Ubers for all of his players. The whole thesis behind him getting suspended was to keep the amateurism of high school sports. But personally, I think it's complete bullshit. He's not bringing players to clubs or giving them $200 for every touchdown. He was giving them necessities that the team needs to compete and be a team. Honestly, it's just complete bullshit that Teddy is getting punished for helping underprivileged kids because he can. And I already know this is going to spark so many debates about NIL in sports. Sure, it's technically against the rules, but it's still bullshit. This does nothing but prove that Teddy Bridgewater is an all-time awesome dude.
Is Teddy be a hero right now, or should he be suspended? I got more clips right to show you. I got people coming in, people getting fired up going, look, you want these kids to go out there and do some crazy shit? We got people robbing stores. We got people running around the LO store. If I post on social media yesterday, they were robbing LO stores and shit. And now it's like, wait a second. Teddy B is keeping people off the streets. Teddy B is giving Uber rides to make sure they're getting where they got to go, not walking around the city. Teddy B is painting lines. Teddy B is getting them food, meals, all this. Teddy B is making sure that these guys are set up. Is it right? Or is it wrong, though? That's the point that we got to get to. And I kind of give you a little background so you guys know what the hell was going on. And yes, we just hit over 300-400 people in the chat. It comes up and down because of advertising and clicks and shit. If you're watching, you see an advertisement, you can watch it or you can skip through it. But let's take a look at this for a second. Here's another background. Let's take a look with it. And this is a clip. You can see him actually out there coaching. Let's take a look.
There is nothing more painful than watching a man get suspended.
Gates and tell everybody thank you all for coming out, man. When we got the community behind us.
Or just get punished or ridiculed for trying to take care of inner city kids who lack money, funding, and resources to live their dream either in the classroom or to make it to the NFL. So meet Teddy Bridgewater. He was a legend at Louisville in college, was a great college quarterback. He went to the NFL, had a good NFL career that truthfully to me was cut short when he suffered a huge leg injury early in his career, but ended up having a long career that went really well for him. And Teddy Bridgewater decided after his career, he wanted to go coach high school sports. By the way, he was in the Detroit Lions last year as a backup quarterback. So he decided, again, he wanted to coach youth sports. He coached high school. Instead of taking salary from the district he decided to go to, an inner city school in Florida, he decided to be a volunteer head coach, which means he took $0 from the school while providing thousands of dollars in meals, in Uber rides, in equipment, in training, in recovery, all out of his pocket. And due to spending all of that money out of his own pocket, by the way, once again, it seems as if he's been suspended or he's been in trouble. Now, Teddy did say on his own Facebook that he can't be suspended because he's not an employee of the school. Again, because he is a volunteer, and you can't suspend a person that was never a part of the school in the first place. They can say he can't come back on the sideline. That's something that they can do. So I'm interested to see what you all think about this, because I do understand why the school district would think that this is illegal by the definition of the rule book. But clearly these kids have been put at a disadvantage, and it seems like the school district has no way of getting them out of poverty, or at least they seem like they don't want to. And some people... Did you
guys just hear that shit right there? What they're saying right now basically is this. Teddy B was never an actual coach. He was a volunteer. So he's like, you can't freaking suspend me. I'm not even a freaking paid coach on here. So they're saying they could keep his ass off the sidelines, though, just for going in. I don't know how they do that, though, because people donate money all the time. Like, you can go right now back to your alma mater. You could donate money. You can give whatever you want. You can even buy a new, if you want to, you can go out there and buy a new, what's it called? Like a Jumbotron, and they put your name on it and whatever. So I don't know about that. I'm trying to take a look and get an idea of what people are saying about that and kind of get your take on it. But let me show this clip as well right here. Hold on a second. Here's a clip I want to show you. How about this one? I'm showing you a bunch of stuff so you guys can get people's ideas, their takes on it. But getting these people off the street is probably one of the best ideas. But let's take a look at this.
Teddy Bridgewater is a former NFL star quarterback, but now he's in some trouble as a high school football coach. for doing something kind. He's a volunteer coach for his alma mater at Miami Northwestern. 75% of the students there are considered economically disadvantaged. So he paid for Uber rides, meals, physical therapy for his players. But that's all seen as a violation. Bridgewater shared these actions on Facebook, hoping fans would help fund it this year. He won the state title last year in his first year. But this generosity drew the attention of the Florida High School Athletic Association. They don't like players receiving free benefits, and they've punished schools already for similar reasons. For example, the First Academy was hit with penalties for giving players free rides just last year. Now, Teddy's been suspended, yet he's determined to stick with his team, with his alma mater. The situation sparks debate. Should coaches be penalized for acts of kindness, or do these rules really protect fairness? It's a gray area.
Teddy B was like, I don't give a shit. I'm out here. I'm changing my whole situation. I'm back in Detroit. You guys can't say that to me. You can't suspend me. I was just a volunteer coach. I'm like, holy shit, he was a volunteer. Being a volunteer now and stepping up and donating money, I'm not sure that's a legal thing. I mean, donating money to an alma mater, I think that's actually legal. I think being suspended for what? For going back and giving money and financials to your high school? I guess because he was a volunteer coach, quote unquote. He was allowed to be in locker rooms and stuff like that, so he was suspended from that. He can't be on the sideline. He can't be in the locker room. He can't be doing those kind of things with the kids. Maybe that's what they could do, but let's take a look at this one. We got more clips here. Take a look.
NFL quarterback Teddy Bridgewater has been suspended from his position as a high school football coach for allegedly providing impermissible benefits to his players. Bridgewater confirmed his suspension in a Facebook post saying, "The suspension came from Miami Northwestern, and it's impossible to suspend someone who doesn't work for you. So if I'm suspended, I'm free to go to another school of my choice, but I'm not going anywhere." He then followed up saying, if it comes down to it, he will volunteer from the bleachers like he did in 2018 and 2019 when no one had a problem. Bridgewater led his team to a state championship title before returning to the NFL to be Jared Goff's backup. Bridgewater confirmed in a Facebook post that he would pay for Uber rides, meals, and recovery services for his players, and he asked for fans to donate to cover such expenses this year. Bridgewater said in his post that he self-reported the payments to the school. The Florida High School Athletic Association confirmed to Rivals on Monday that it is gathering more information.
You know, gathering more information. Like, they're really, this is what I tried to tell you yesterday. When I was on here talking, I told you, you better be with your wife. You better be with your family member. When you see something, you try to help a kid, a girl, a guy, it doesn't matter, because everything is investigated nowadays. Whether you do a good deed or not, you're trying to show up and help people, they will investigate everything. Hey, why'd you do that? Are you giving money? What was that? And you know what? To be honest, on one hand, you're like, I kind of like that they're looking into things, because you got to look into everything and make sure your kids are protected. But they're suspending him from showing up and helping out. These kids, and I saw on here, one of the messages says, how do you suspend someone for giving a ride home? Paying for Uber rides, right? And you know what? Paying for Uber rides. Message on here, Bakari said the results of being successful in black. I don't think, look, I tell the truth. I don't think it's about a race, right? I don't think it's about a race. I just think that they said, hey, wait a second. The local area, local community, I think the other football teams were the ones that were like, wait a second. This isn't fair, because they were 4-6 or whatever, and all of a sudden they won a 6A state championship. First off, you know how hard that is. I was explaining that. These teams are out of control, amazing talent. To get out there and win a 6A state championship is very difficult. To show up 4-6 one year and then show up and win that, people are like, wait a second, it's a little out of control here. And when I take a look at Teddy B, when you pull a picture, here, let me get this up on the screen. When I take a look at Teddy B showing up to his hometown, South Florida, giving back, helping kids, getting them off the street, you're talking about someone who says, you know what? Every single one of these kids could after school be walking around, not making it to practice, maybe getting in trouble, getting with the wrong crowd. If they don't have the finances, maybe they're doing other things. Some kids grow up selling drugs, so they don't have any money, and they want to buy shit, and they got a girlfriend, and they can't even go, for the birthday. Like, we all grow up as guys. We know shit's hard, and as girls, it's hard too. You want to get your hair done, or you want to go out there. I know women out there, and I'm not going to use any race. Actually, screw it. I will use race. I know a lot of, I will say this, being biracial, I can say this. A lot of women out there, especially in the African-American community, I will say this wholeheartedly. Sometimes we have an issue with the hair, right? I'm saying this because this is just reality. Everybody has an issue with hair. Girls want to get their hair cut. But women out there, especially in the African-American community, they have more struggles with their hair from my understanding and what I see, right? Got to call it like it is. And so it's like those are just functional things you have to do growing up that you might not have the opportunity to take care of on a level that you need to. And then I'm just talking about women for a second. And then when you get to the guys out there, well, they could come from poverty or a bad community. I'm not saying because African Americans are bad communities, they have white, but there's kids on the team that are white too. What I'm saying is when you show up and someone is helping you, giving you a handout to provide that to your opportunities to grow. And if they're out there running for you, that's a problem. If they're throwing touchdown passes, right? But they're out there helping you just get good, healthy meals, helping you put on a uniform that you can feel confident when you look good, you feel good, you play good. You guys have heard this before, right? Out there doing what you got to do. So at the end of the day, I just feel like watching Teddy B go out there and give back to his community, and then seeing, that's why this is the show today, because we always cover a lot of awesome topics, sports, entertainment. We cover Trump, all the politics, all the sports that we need, things that are coming up, all the NFL coming around the corner, all the NBA conversation, playoffs, basketball, new sponsors also coming today, just so you guys know of the show. To see Teddy go out there and do something like that and be like, wow, that was a great opportunity to help that. First off, they were 4-6, so no one cared when they were 4-6. You know what I'm saying? No one cared when they were 4-6. When they won a state champ, if they were 4-6 the next year, and Teddy B gave his entire paycheck, and they went 4-6, they'd have said, that wasn't smart, Teddy B, right? The fact that they were 4-6 and now they win a state 6A title, that's where people are like, hold up. You know, and I think Pat McCaffrey did an excellent job explaining that. It's like to go back and give to the community was an amazing thing. People joining us right now didn't see it. I know new people coming in. I got a message on Instagram right now. By the way, we'll be live on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and on horizontal and vertical screen on YouTube. That's all coming for next week. Our show's expanded. We'll be everywhere live. You'll be able to see it everywhere, all the people, and we're going to also merge the chat. So people all over the world and different social medias will all be in the same chat. So there's a lot of updates coming to our software and our platform here. Again, August 1st is our first day back into the studio in downtown Miami. Make sure you guys take a look. Google Brandon Mason Show in Miami. You will see that. But I want to show this clip again. I showed this. This was an important message from someone who does sports every day, understands it, has a great sports cast. It's a great show, but was talking about this. If you guys just joined us, let's do this again.
The Bridgewater situation is really interesting. Now there's different numbers coming out. The amount of money that he spent on his players, rehabilitation, Uber, food. That is the narrative that is from the Teddy Bridgewater camp, because he's been suspended for a year from a league, I guess, that he no longer coaches. His statement's like, I can't be suspended for something I'm not coaching, because he's now back with the Lions or whatever. He won state championship as a high school state coach. Dominant. I assume we all think that the suspension looming was the reason why he left and went to the Detroit Lions maybe, or who knows what was going to happen. Nonetheless, interesting thing to do to a coach in the modern world that we're in, especially with the way the NIL is. I assume the other people are saying he wasn't paying for our Ubers, he was buying cars and all this stuff. It's like, I don't know if that's against the rules. I don't fully comprehend why this would happen. This feels like one of those NCAA things back in the day. Not now, NCAA. You guys have changed, and you guys care about things that matter, and you guys invest resources in things that are going to make the lives of student human athletes better. But back in the day, the NCAA just used to investigate the most dumb things. From what I've read about this situation, this feels very stupid, and this feels like they were trying to get Teddy Bridgewater the hell out of the league. Teddy B, we appreciate you looking out for you.
You know what I want to say about, I want to say this. People, there's a lot of jealous people out there. And let me tell you something. College athlete, going to college, we had people showing up, going in our classrooms, and I will tell you, and I see a guy or a girl come in my classroom, and then later, we got to go to study hall, right? Our coaches made us mandatory. We had an hour or two every single day to be in study hall. I'm telling you right now, you go to school, you got practice, and you got study hall every day. We had to take our ass there, and literally I had to stay in this damn building and study for 2 hours a day. And as you get older, you know, sophomore goes an hour, then junior, it's like you have a little less time. As senior, you kind of got the swing of things, hopefully by the end of your career there. But, you know, we had opportunities. They were coming to our class. They would teach us the same shit back in study hall. You show up, you go, damn, I'm out here now. And this person I didn't realize was actually a part of the school. And they showed up and they would teach us the same shit. They actually took notes and everything in class. I said, oh, this is a great opportunity. Like, this is amazing. So some people are jealous at the fact of that, or maybe athletes get out of things at times. Very true. I can tell you that firsthand. You do get some, opportunities that other people don't get. Right? That's true. Now, With that being said, they're also full-time entertainers, right? If you're watching live right now in the building, smack that like button. Listen, a lot right now. Let's get to 100 likes right now in the chat. Over 70. Everybody right now, double tap your screens. Let's get to 100 right now. Let's see the power of the people right now. Double tap your screens. Get to 100. We greatly appreciate you.
Make some noise!
What I'm saying right now is these players are entertainers. These players have the ability to do things in sports that a lot of people that cannot do, right? And so sometimes they might not be the smartest in the classroom. Maybe they don't talk the best. Maybe they're not the best in business. Maybe they're not great at things that you're good at. Maybe they can't read that well, right? I've been in the position, guys on my team, I was fortunate that I could read, do well in school and all that. I was fine. But players on my team, I will tell you, even though I love all of them, there were some out there I said, holy shit, you can't, what is that? Like you just wrote a paper, I don't know what the hell that is. And so what I'm saying is that is very true. But they are full-time entertainers. When you go to bed at night and lay down, they're in the gym. I'm not saying that you don't go to the gym. I'm saying they're forced to go to the gym. They're in the gym. They're in those locker rooms. They're watching film. They got game tape. They're in the training room. They're having surgeries, flying around the world. They're bringing money into the school. So when you see all these new things and around the campus and all this stuff, these guys are bringing a lot of that. And I'm not praising them. I mean, I will say a little biased because I played sports and played college ball. And, then I went to the Giants at first, had a bad knee injury. And then the Dolphins moved me here. All this stuff's going on. But when I moved here for the Dolphins, I was excited about that. And you see the opportunities you got. It's wonderful. Rubbing hands, elbows with people. It's great. But at the end of the day, you have to put up or shut up, and your ass could be gone that day or that week. In college, if you're on scholarship, right, you're in school, and that's it. And they give you the education, which is wonderful. I think Pittsburgh went to school. It's like 30, 40,000 a year, maybe more at this point. So I get it. But when I take a look at Teddy B going back after his career, giving back to these high school football players and saying, you know what? Maybe you don't have a father figure. Maybe you don't even have a mother figure. Who's your guard? You living with your aunt, your uncle, your grandmother? Some of them do have good parents as well. But I'm just saying, a lot of those kids that play ball, even in most, communities, a lot of these kids don't have, the means to do certain things. So for him to show up and do that is like, wait a second. You mean to tell me that you actually are going to suspend someone who is helping your community out? Not just those players, not just those lines on the field, not just the meals, not just the recovery, not just the Uber rides, but going to that community and saying, we're going to make grown men here. You're going to get treated better, first class compared to a lot of people. But then there's also Teddy B being the leader. Now, if he's doing all that and he's showing up in the locker room saying, look, I'm going to do this shit, but you better do this. You better get good grades. You better have this. You better have that. He's not only helping those players, he's helping the community. And I think people are missing that. They're missing what he's brought to that. Now, a lot of people in the chat, you guys know what I'm talking about. If you're in the building right now watching live, let me see it again. Is he a hero or should he be suspended? In the chat right now. Is Teddy B a hero or should he be suspended? And I'm telling you this because the minute that he leaves, right, which he's gone now, he goes, you can't suspend me. I'm not even officially, I was a volunteer. He's gone. Now what do you think happens to that team? They're not going to get those Uber rides. They're not going to get those meals. They're not going to have training camp with the ability to come together as a team. Those guys, they're not going to have, they're not going to show up, a lot of them. Maybe they will try. They might not show up on time. They might not have recovery systems. They might not have the means. They might actually be kind of let down in a way. And so this could change the program to where it went from on the rise to dropping off. And when I say 4 and 6, from 4 and 6 to a state 6A, if you guys aren't familiar, small schools, you could be, AA or AAA or whatever. I'm not talking about college, I'm talking about high school. AA, AAA, smaller school, right? 100 kids a class, whatever. Then you get to quad A, 300-400 kids class. Then you get to 500, 700,000 kids class. You get to 6A is the biggest. I mean, in football right now, high school football, if you look on the computer, you're talking a powerhouse system, a powerhouse organization across the globe in 6A. And to be able to take that team and win a state championship, not only in your state, but in the state of Florida, where you have so much talent Okay, if you're watching live right now, smack that damn like. But we got to get to 100 right now. If you're watching live, double tap your screens. To get to this position, to be that gifted, and then have a coach in Teddy B as a volunteer to show up and pay the amount of money he was paying, over $200,000 last year, to get those kids what they need. They don't need that, but to just get to practice and get fed properly and feel a part of something. Some of these kids maybe have never felt like they were a part of something. So for him to do that, Teddy B down there, I will say this, Teddy B, we thank you for being an honorable person. We thank you for being a great person of the community. We thank you for being a hero to a lot of people. We thank you for giving back to where you are from. We thank you for being a stand-up guy and also announcing it and saying what you paid for and showing up and people saying, holy shit, Teddy B actually did a lot, and then he put it out there as a volunteer. Not to get it back. I don't think they have a Teddy B scoreboard. I don't think they have Teddy B's picture on the field. He might be in the locker room. I don't know. I don't know if he sponsored it and they have Teddy B on the uniform. I don't know what they did. But I will tell you that from myself and understanding where I come from, to get someone like that to show up and take care of you in a way that you can get off the street and do some great gifted things, I will tell you a lot of people are excited about that. Let's show this clip again. This actually shows Teddy B on the field. This guy's talking, but this shows Teddy B in action. Take a look.
There is nothing more painful than watching a man get suspended.
Gates and tell everybody thank you all for coming out, man. When we got the community behind us.
Or just get punished or ridiculed for trying to take care of inner city kids who lack money, funding, and resources to live their dream either in the classroom or to make it to the NFL. So meet Teddy Bridgewater. He was a legend at Louisville in college, was a great college quarterback. He went to the NFL, had a good NFL career that truthfully to me was cut short when he suffered a huge leg injury early in his career. But ended up having a long career that went really well for him. And Teddy Bridgewater decided after his career, he wanted to go coach high school sports. By the way, he was in the Detroit Lions last year as a backup quarterback. So he decided, again, he wanted to coach youth sports. He coached high school. Instead of taking salary from the district he decided to go to, in inner city school in Florida, he decided to be a volunteer head coach, which means he took $0 from the school while providing thousands of dollars in meals, in Uber rides, in equipment, in training, in recovery, all out of his pocket. And due to spending all of that money out of his own pocket, by the way, once again, it seems as if he's been suspended or he's been in trouble. Now, Teddy did say on his own Facebook that he can't be suspended because he's not an employee of the school. Again, because he is a volunteer, and you can't suspend a person that was never a part of the school in the first place. They can say he can't come back on the sideline. That's something that they can do. So I'm interested to see what you all think about this, because I do understand why the school district would think that this is illegal by the definition of the rule book. But clearly these kids have been put at a disadvantage.
NFL quarterback Teddy Bridgewater has been suspended from his position as a high school football coach for allegedly providing impermissible benefits to his players. Bridgewater confirmed his suspension in a Facebook post, saying, "The suspension came from Miami Northwestern, and it's impossible to suspend someone who doesn't work for you. So if I'm suspended, I'm free to go to another school of my choice, but I'm not going anywhere." He then followed up saying, if it comes down to it, he will volunteer from the bleachers like he did in 2018 and 2019 when no one had a problem. Bridgewater led his team to a state championship title before returning to the NFL to be Jared Goff's backup. Bridgewater confirmed in a Facebook post that he would pay for Uber rides, meals, and recovery services for his players, and he asked for fans to donate to cover such expenses this year. Bridgewater said in his post that he self-reported the payments to the school. The Florida High School Athletic Association confirmed to Rivals on Monday that it is gathering more information.
So Teddy B, we also learned, not only did he do that, he went to the school and he said, look, here's the money that I'm giving. He provided it to the school that he gave to. He didn't just shove and put it in kids' pockets. He went to the school and provided this and said, look, this is what I'm willing to do. And from the bleachers, like he said, in 2018, 19, whatever, nobody had a problem with him being there and helping out, whatever. But because he's on the field, he's a volunteer, not a formal coach, a volunteer. We all had those back in football. If you guys have any questions right now on the show, you guys can ask them right now. If anybody wants to say something to me, you can say it right now. I appreciate you, and I'll read your messages loud on the screen. I just feel for these kids because now they will be forever grateful. They will respect Teddy B, probably the best player that they know in sports right now. What he's done for them. But I will just say this: then now that he's gone, this could cause some issues with players boycotting, not showing up, parents boycotting, not wanting to go, they'll have a protest. Then they're going to have you know how shit goes nowadays? Shit's going to be out of control, and that's just what's going to happen. People watching live right now, if you're in the building, if you guys want to ask me some questions, I'll answer right now. If you have any questions about the show, if you got questions where we're filming, if you got questions on the direction of the show, if you got any questions about what we're doing live or a question about Teddy B, you can drop it in the chat right now. We'll give you that last few minutes to do that because we haven't done that. Derek B said, what position did you play in? When I played ball, I played running back and I played safety. Went to college football. I played it in New Jersey at first for Phillipsburg High School. Then I went to college, played at Pitt. I had a bad knee injury. We transferred out. A bunch of us transferred out due to coaching changes, had a bad knee injury, and then ended up the Giants brought me in for workouts. The Dolphins brought me in for workouts. My knee kept swelling up. Could not play because of that. It's just part of what happens. Dawn said, how dare you help your own kid, your own kind? You know this is forbidden. So sad. I think that's terrible. I'll be honest. I think the fact that they are doing this to Teddy B, giving him some heat for helping, I agree. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. Stacey Jones says, what a poor message they are showing those kids by doing this to get their biggest supporter. I agree. Biggest supporter out there doing what they got to do, and holy shit, they just take and take and take. Look, they took away a role model and a leader that's showing up. Now, obviously, other coaches, I bet they're pissed off. Hey, you can't go out there and make us look bad. Maybe that's part of it, but who the hell knows? Lisa said, I hope those kids' parents will fight for him. That's true. That's true. That's true. You know what? That might be the realistic measure of what we need to do for people to actually know what's going on. Beyond bullshit, Lala said. I'll say it for you. Beyond, right? BS. Tell them, Lala, we're not playing. We got people coming to help out. If you're watching live right now and you enjoy the show, we have over 100 reviews on our platform. Pippa Mama just dropped the link in the chat. We have over 100 reviews on our show in the first week of our new studio. That was obviously downtown Miami. That was obviously took a long time to build out. That's all coming to fruition. August 1st, we move in. We're only a couple weeks away. August 1st, we're moving to the new studio. Pippa Mama just dropped the link in the chat. I pinned it. Get out there and leave a review for the show. Click that link. Go out there. It's only one click. 5-star, baby. Now, give your honest review. If you guys like it, you enjoy what we do on the show, sports, entertainment, unbiased information, I give it to you straight. I don't give a damn Republican, Democrat. I don't care what team you love. I don't care if you love NBA, basketball, NFL. I don't care what you love. And in the chat right now, what do you like more, NFL or NBA? Drop it in the chat right now. Would you like more, NFL or NBA? By the way, shout out Jeff Lee. Love and appreciate you. Been here for a long time. You're a supporter. You're a big supporter. We love and appreciate you. Nathan, big time supporter of the show. We love having you here. We greatly appreciate you. Thanks for coming to our show right now. And right now, I'm going to, right now at the end of our show, I'm going to give out some memberships right now to the show. You know why? Because at the end of the show, if you're still here at the end of the show, I know you're a part of what we do. Christina in the building. We love and appreciate you. Here we go. Lonnie, Fuzzy Math, RJC, Moho's mom, and Rocco have become part of the show. We just sent a membership gift out to become part of what we do in the Mesa Mob. It's $1 a month. I just dropped it out there for you guys to see. We greatly appreciate everyone in here in the chat right now. And don't come in here with the craziness. Lunar said, y'all support PDF files. Come on now. Why you got to come here with some crazy shit? I don't even know what the hell you're trying to say. But at the end of the day, we are straightforward here. We don't mess around. We give it to you straight. This is just what we do. It says, this is why I still help my niece transition. I don't understand the situation here because Republicans are the last to ever have to say about kids. What in the hell, Luna? Are you lost? I think you're in the wrong live stream. Luna, people in the chat right now, I'm not sure what that's about. But right now, we're talking sports today. We cover everything. And when we cover Trump, we cover Democrats, Republicans, all love to everybody. You guys know that, white, black, Spanish, immigrants, everything. We have live guests coming on. We love and appreciate you. And today, we are covering the important conversation of, obviously, Teddy B and what's going on with that fundamentals being suspended for helping his team out. I think that, it was something that people will go, not such a good idea is what I think. I think they could have talked to him. They could have came together and had a meeting after this year and said, look, here's what we got to do. And he could have just downplayed that and just kind of did his thing. We're talking about kids here. So it is what it is. Derek said that's Donald's cousin. People coming to the chat talking. I greatly appreciate you beautiful people joining our show. Lisa, thank you. You guys mean a lot to me coming to the chat. Timothy, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Timothy said, fins up. Let's go, baby. NFL's back. Hey, before we go right now, everybody in the chat, drop your favorite team, baby. Drop your team right now. NFL favorite team right now. I want to see it right now. NFL favorite team. Drop it in the chat right now. I want to see those teams right now, baby. Let me see them. Here we go. Steelers. Lala's got the Steelers. Tracy said Eagles. Here we go. Here we go. Sentinel, good morning to you. Kid named Barzal Islanders in the chat said, the Bears. Let's go. Amani, Tampa Bay, baby. Patrick, G-Man, let's go. The Giants can do something. Pimple Mama said, here we go. The Dallas Cowboys. Stacey Jones, the Cardinals. Jeff Lee in the chat for the Cowboys. We got a lot of Cowboys fans. Derek B, Vikings. Feel the steel. Pittsburgh Steelers, baby, out there. Rock'em sock'em football out there. Christina, Detroit Lions, baby, let's go. Sad Cowboys fans. Michi said, no, 49ers, baby. Here we go. Nathan, Eagles. Here we go. Look, people coming to the chat. We greatly appreciate you. Brian said the Saints. Let's go. Tracy said my husband is a Finns fan. Look, in the chat, we appreciate you. Pickle said Bills. Wild Dogs, Steelers. People in the chat, we greatly appreciate you watching live. You guys mean a lot to us. Lisa, the Seahawks. Clyde said, go, Pack, go. Okay. I got to tell you, I like Jordan Love. I mean, Jordan Love could have did his thing even the first year, beat the Cowboys in the playoffs. How did Cowboys fans feel about that? And then this past year, you guys saw what happened. Injuries are one of those kind of things. Let me end that poll right now. Giovanni, how you feeling? Welcome to the show. We're getting ready to sign off right now. Look, people came into the chat today, said, no, that's crazy. 79% said it was crazy to suspend Teddy Bridgewater for that. But I got to give it to you straight. This was a conversation I want to have. Shout out to you guys. Almost 15,000 views this morning. In the first hour, you guys are awesome. I got to give it to you straight. We bring everything. Sports, entertainment live right here as the NFL's around the corner. We're going to have some amazing conversations. If you're here for the first time in the chat right now, put first time, please. I want to see if you're here for the first time. We want to shout you out right now if you're here for the first time. Jay Remy, how you feeling? How about them Cowboys? Here we go. Look, we got a lot going on, and we keep the energy high. You guys know we got to do that. We keep the energy high. And by the way, you guys can all call into the show. You must have Google Chrome on your phones. A lot of people have your iPhone. You have Safari. All you got to do, guys, go to your app store. It's free. Download Google Chrome. So that way when you call in, the software loves Chrome. It connects a lot easier, and that is why we do what we do. And people that are here for the first time, shout them out right now. Say what's up to them. Say welcome to the show. Welcome for the first time. All love to you. As we sign off today, and I will leave you guys with this as we get ready to sign off. I'm going to just say this. Hey, shout out Teddy B for being a hell of a person, a hell of a hero, coming back, giving, doing that for your community, showing up for those kids, helping them become better people, showing up, eating healthy, do what you got to do. All love to you, Teddy B. It is what it is. But we got to close the show out right now, and I greatly appreciate you beautiful people that are here right now. And we'll be on the show tomorrow, live at 10 a.m. Don't miss it. We're live every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m., except for this Friday because it's my birthday. So I will not be here on Friday, not because I don't want to, because you know what I'm doing? I'm taking my damn car to get fixed because I got a brand new truck, 2025, new Silverado. I got a bunch of cars out here, not going to lie. But I helped someone move a table the other day, and the freaking table went through my damn back of my windshield. You call it a windshield, right? The front's a windshield. In the back, would you call that a windshield too? Anyway, you got the sliding piece in the middle and two sides. I slowed down at the freaking stop sign, and the table went through my freaking windshield. Was that called a windshield? Rear windshield? Whatever. Went through there, smashed my shit. So now, on Friday, the only day I have in the morning, I'm taking a day off on Friday, that I have time to go take it to the place down the street where they fix it. Safe Light, you know that commercial? Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replay. Anyway, I'm taking it there, and they're going to fix that shit. So my birthday is the 18th. Patrick said, your birthday is 25th. No, mine's on the 18th. I appreciate you, and happy birthday to you. We'll shout you out if you come on the show, 100%. I'll pull your damn picture up. Happy birthday. We'll sing to you if we got to. Greatly appreciate all you beautiful people joining our show. You guys are absolutely amazing. You know, I try to give it to you straight. I don't mess around. I don't BS. I love and appreciate everybody that's in the live stream hanging out with me today as we get ready to sign off. Make sure when we get off the show today, okay, you're going to see the logo on the screen. Hit the refresh button. Give it like 15 seconds. You're going to see the logo on the screen. Hit the refresh button, okay? I appreciate you. Patrick, Christina, Lala, Derek, Tracy, Arby. If you did not yet, If you did not yet, go out there, okay? Please go out there and leave a review on the show. Derek B., do a review for our show. Type in Brandon Mason Show Miami, hit review, do it. Today, we already hit over 100 reviews. We got people in here doing it. I greatly appreciate Christina. Get your friends, get your family. Michi, Derek B., Too Evil, everybody. Derek, if you're in the chat, in the chat right now. Get out there and get that review done because we're building the most powerful setup. We have people joining our panel. You guys are going to freaking love it. Sports, entertainment, some financial stuff right here on our show every day. The most important news you're going to get that's actually going on and trending, and we'll have that all for you. And you can call into the show. Make sure you have on your app Chrome. You have to call in from Google Chrome. When you go on here, hit the link, go on Chrome, not Safari. And you can call in from your phone. You can call in from your computer. And I want you guys to understand that because you see this clip right here, you will be right here on the screen. Well, hold on a second. That's not correct. Here we go. You'll be on the screen right down there. You'll be there live having a conversation with me. And I want you guys to be able to do that any given time. So get ready for that because next week it's going to be out of control as we get ready to get started. People on our panel. All love to you beautiful people that are on our show today joining us. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you. Without you, there is no show. And I want you to know that I have screens everywhere with the big ass chat right here so I can see all of your messages. All love to you. I will see every single one of you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. But listen, if you're watching live right now, do not come at 10. Please, people, come at 9:50, 9:55. Everyone's coming here. All the people that love the show, they're coming here early. Come at 9:50, okay? And start communicating and get the people and get 100, 200 people before the show even starts for the countdown. That's what we want for the live guests. They want to see you guys on the freaking show. All love to you. See all of you beautiful people tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Get out there and get a review. Brandon Mason Show Miami on there. And if you have Instagram, add me. All love to you. See you tomorrow.
I'm here at SEC Media Days, and of course I'm going to take the SEC.
See you tomorrow.
And it's not because of location. It's because of what Doggy said. He actually got this right. The SEC has so many opportunities. Certainly, Texas has the best. But I just got through sitting next to Kalen DeBoer. You may remember him, Doggy. He's the Alabama coach. He's the guy who replaced Saban. He has a team that's very capable. He's got a much better chance this year than last year when he completely blew up the season with 4 losses. But you mentioned LSU. They're under a lot of pressure week 1, but Nussmeier might be number 1 in the draft come next April. And yes, nobody's forgotten Georgia. They're capable. I don't think they're